I'm sorry, Mr. Zombie. No matter how hard you try, you can't get me. Somehow, you're able to knock down a reinforced wooden door. But this piece of glass, it's impassable. You can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. I just have to kill you. It's the only option. Did you guys read the patch notes for 1.2.5? Man, that is a boring patch. It's just a bunch of bug fixes, mainly. It didn't really add anything fun. Maybe a little bit in creative mode and the TNT with the lighter thing. But other than that, it was just a bunch of fixes that weren't even, like, common stuff. So, that kind of put a hamper. A lot of updates generally have something fun or exciting to play with, but this one was just more, what do you call it? Useful, I guess. Operational. So today, here's what we're gonna do. First of all, we are going to completely destroy our redstone supply by building a whole bunch of lamps. Let me count exactly how many I'm gonna need here. 5, 10, 15, 20, okay, 40, that's right. So, put you 9 right here, and then load up all of this, and this is gonna cost me 160 redstone. That sucks, and I'm really hoping I'm not gonna end up breaking any of these things either. These redstone lamps. Oh, I don't have a place for glowstone, do I? Let's put you right there. We're going to be building the lamp portion of the lighthouse right up there. And yeah, I should probably bring some glass too. I think I might end up using it. Some glass and some normal stone, I think, are both going to be used at the top. And even, actually, some white wool. Normal stone is kind of running out of you, but I think 57 is going to be enough. That's right here. And I'm not going to do any more white wool than that. So I'm interested in showing you guys how I'm going to do the lighting on the lighthouse, the rotating light, because it's actually a very space-efficient design. At first I was going to kind of concern... Oh, it's the Milk and Shore sign. First, I was kind of concerned with how much space that we had to work with up there, and how we were going to do like a pulsar and a rotating thing of redstone going around the whole thing. But there actually is a pretty sweet design that you can use that saves space, and it does exactly what we want it to do. The only thing it doesn't do is turn on and off at will, and there's not a lot of space for an AND gate up here. So I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do that yet. I may find a way of doing like a vertical redstone line straight up the center of this thing. So let's start by getting our inventory a little shaped up a little better here. And I didn't bring any redstone on me, son of a gun. Oh well, we can use this trip to just line up the lamps and then paint the lighthouse. So first step of the process is doing... We're going to need to go up one more, aren't we? Because the redstone needs to be at this level. Or we could bring the floor down a bit. Do I want to do that? I could do that, couldn't I? If I just turned you into a normal thing. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're just actually going to bring the floor down instead of going up anymore with this. Because I don't want this to go up any higher. Because it already looks kind of weird with those two pieces of space, right? Let me show you. No, I dropped it down right here. Do you break these with anything particular? I haven't really messed around with these a lot. Okay, no. So yeah, that's gonna look like that. And then these two places already look like a bit too much. So actually, if I drop this whole thing down, then I'm gonna have to end up. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I'm going to go around the whole bottom layer here, and I'm going to add another layer on top. And we're probably just going to do another layer of white wool where this redstone lamp is, or this layer of redstone lamps is. Then after this is done, because I forgot my redstone, I think I'm going to start painting the whole thing. And when I go back to drop off the supplies I don't need anymore, like the red wool, that's when I'll pick up the redstone, and I'll worry about setting up the timer on this thing. So 1, 2, and I think the 2 more are on the inside somewhere. Yep. And that gives me 19. 19 is not 20. There it is. Hiding down in the stairwell. You silly piece of redstone lamp. Okay. Put you up right here. Try not to fall to my death. And the reason we're going up one more, in case you weren't sure, is because we need to have a floor to put the redstone on. That's on one level below the redstone lamps, if that makes any sense. So tear you up now that I'm done with that. And then we're going to have a whole floor right here. Probably easier to do it this way. Nope. No. Oh Lord. Where did that fall at? Really? Really? I completely broke it because I didn't use my fists? Is that what just happened? That's frustrating. Okay, well, we can also get one more piece of lamp when we go back as well. Now, the top of the lighthouse is half set up. We're going to go a little higher than that with glass and stuff, but we're going to leave it like that for now. Let's... Aha! You thought you were sneaky, but I could hear your footsteps. You're not as sneaky as you think you are. Where did he spawn at? It's a little too bright right now to tell. I think I see a spot right over here-ish? Maybe right in this general region? Maybe some dark spots around here? There, and hopefully this is all probably good now, I hope. Okay, now the fun process of painting this thing. So how much of a stripe do we want to have? I think probably 3. Let's put you a little more accessible. Water bucket always needs to remain close at hand, in case I need to switch to it without warning. So let's start right here. I don't want to start from the very front. I want it to look like it's, you know, already striping around on the front. And we're gonna go 3, I think. Yeah, because 3 seems to be the number that we're working with this thing. So if we let's bring the white wool back here. And we'll start with just 1. So we'll go 1, and then 2, and then 3. And this is the first level that we skip 1. Alright, and then we're going to go up in that fashion around the entire lighthouse. That looks pretty... Oh, I still need to figure out what I want to do around these corners as well. That looks very steep for a diagonal, or for a spiral. Maybe I do... Or maybe go over 2? I think I'd rather do that. Yeah, let's go over 2. And... make it by 2 or make it by 3? Let's test it out. So you go over 2 and then put some of this white wool back here. And then you as well. Go up. And then I'm done counting for the moment. I want to eyeball some of what I'm doing here. 2 1 2. Okay, I think that looks better, right? If we put just the 2x2 squares, let's pick up some of our goodies that we dropped, so we don't let them expire. Although wool is pretty cheap on this farm, we do have a lot of it sitting in our chest. Okay, so you, and you, all red. Nope, that fell down right there. Yeah, right there, and there. And then you... I'm not gonna... Oh, I am gonna be able to reach that. Awesome. Okay, does that look like a decent spiral, or does that look too skinny? It looks too skinny to me. Maybe that's just because the glass is right there. So, last step, let's go around, add a 3rd level on top of these guys, and see if that... I'm assuming that'll put the finishing touches on this thing. 1 2 and then 1 2. And then you 2 right here. Yes. Oh, good. Why? Why does it always become a thunderstorm when I work on this lighthouse? Yeah, that looks significantly better to me. Is to go up by 3 and over by 2. So last step right there. And then we'll go ahead and finish out this stripe on super speed. And I think I'll do it from the inside now that I got it all worked out. Oakley dokley, so it's all painted from the inside. Sort of doesn't quite follow the staircase all the way up, but it stays mainly in line with it, because the paint starts sort of at the bottom, like at eye level here, and by the time you're up top, it's at the bottom of the next staircase you're looking at. But inside doesn't so much matter to me, it's on the outside. And first let's pick up all the little wool bits that fell out by the wayside. Thank you, Woolbits. What is that creeper doing over there with the spider as well? Bam, like a boss. And that is a pretty decent spiral, I think. I don't think I want to make it 4 high, or do I? Let me visualize. No, I think it's good how it is. I think. Yeah, because if we do 4 high, then it'll look like half red, half white, and I want it to look like white with a red stripe. So that is good how it is. Now let's head back to the farmhouse, see if I can do this twice in a row. Oh, he unspawned on me. I'm going to say I should have hit him. Nah, I think that was going to go over his head. Either way, that was a pretty good first shot. Going back to the farm now to grab, hopefully, all the things that I am missing in my inventory that I still need to work with, if I can remember all of them. First, put away the shears. We do still want glass on us. Same with white wool, although we don't need the red wool. Shh, I'm trying to talk here, Thunder. We don't need the red wool anymore. We got a little bit of food on us, so that if we wanted to, we could take a food break. Nom 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 nom. And then I don't need gunpowder. You can go away. Alright, so another redstone lamp and some redstone to play with. And I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I'm gonna grab all of you guys. That should be all I need. Actually, I will take a pair of broken shears on me. That Thunder is just being so annoying. I'm trying to talk here, Thunder. And I think with my setup, I don't need any redstone torches, but I'll take some sticks on me in case I do, but I don't want to waste any of my finite amount of redstone creating any more unnecessary redstone torches if I don't need them in the very near future. I need fences also. Sort of a strange thing to just say you need on a whim, but the way I'm going to be wiring up the redstone is going to be on top of the glowstone lamps, which means the top isn't going... If we want to continue going up, it looks like it's going to be floating in the air, so we're going to need some fences to add some sort of realistic stabilization to the entire thing. I was just about to say that we should probably... Actually, let me capture some footage right here. Yes, excellent. That is going to make a very neat outro. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was just about to consider going to sleep so that I could consider having to reset the storm counter, just because my dogs have been hit by lightning at least once. I don't know if they were that one time mid-episode, but during the lost footage of the episode that I didn't air, they definitely did get hit by lightning and teleported to me because they were all on fire in the workshop, and none of them died, but I had to spend like 5 minutes healing all of them, and luckily I had a bucket of water on me, so I was able to put them all out instantly. One of the plethora of uses of water buckets. And it was not too big of a deal. Ugh. One bad thing about that corner is he gets stuck right there. Okay, so first order of business is to find that piece that I broke right there and try not to break it again. And then throw the lamp back in place. Right there. Perfect. Okay, and now I brought something to climb up with, a little bit of wool here. And we're going to take this redstone and we're going to throw it down the top of the lamps. Just like this. next step of the process. Maybe I didn't need to put that roof right there. Now that I'm looking at it, oh well, looking at it from a distance, I like the size of this whole thing, actually. I thought it would go a little too high up here, but it actually looks pretty perfect. And then you, and you are going to connect. You and you. And let's give ourselves another floor. Yeah, I probably yeah, darn it. I did my calculations wrong. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I do like the way it looks right now, so I'm not going to be going back and dropping this down one more. And let's see if I can remember exactly how to do this. You're going to go right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think with one of the newest updates, these things don't lock up, but we'll see. We'll see about that. So I do need sticks for the 1 redstone torch to get this thing started, sadly, because I didn't bring... Nope, didn't bring any cobblestone on me. Can't do it with any other... Well, I could have done it with a button, I guess. But that would have messed up the timing, so... Bam! Click you like that, and it doesn't seem to be affecting my frame rate too terribly. So let's... I do have shears on me. Awesome. Throw this down. And go all the way down. See how this bad boy looks with that rotating light. I told you, that was... super simple, right? Just a very painless redstone wiring process of getting a nice rotating light. Takes up almost no space, and by the time we get back, step back and look at this, it is nighttime too, so it's going to be lighting up some of the outside that the torches don't light. And that's what our lighthouse looks like. Maybe we should take off some of the torches on top of that thing, because it should look like it's illuminating that entire top part. Yeah, let's do that. It's probably going to cause some monster spawning issues, but that is a small price to pay for the sexiness of rotating lights that actually look like they're rotating. The other option, if I had more patience, would be to go around and make like a circle of glowstone lamps all around the bottom of the farm in like a huge radius, and I'm talking like probably 100 or 200 lamps around the entire thing. Don't need you guys either. If you would please stop being lights, and show you what I was talking about in a second here. If you made like an entire circle of glowstone lamps, it would probably even be more in like the 300 to 400 region if you want to have it look decently, and then wire them up to a huge synchronized timer with this thing, and that way it looks like the lighthouse is shining light over the entire island. And now I want to see, without the light of torches, I want to see how this thing looks illuminating the top of the lighthouse, because I think it'll give us much more of that rotating light feel. And as long as we only come here every once in a while, we don't need to worry too much about the monsters spawning around our lighthouse. So, looking at lighthouse lamp, take 2. Yeah, that looks much better in my opinion. So, it needs to be dark, but we've got that nice rotating light going around the entire thing. That is lovely. Okay. Very last step before we call this lighthouse finished. Don't need redstone on us anymore. We are going to need fences, wool, and stone. And since we've already established that we don't need torches, we can take those off the hotbar as well. And we're probably gonna be adding inside the little bottom house area some latch, because that's gonna definitely have to be lit up. So something that sorta blocks the light from climbing up through the stairwell. Okay, let's go up here like this. It's getting sort of tall at this point, but we're going to be adding this layer of wool because we want to have a roof on this thing. You know what? This isn't even going to be wool. This is going to be glass. I still have glass on me. Yes, I do. So, let's glass here instead. Glass. I'm still trying to work out in my mind what I want to actually do with the roof of this. So I'm just kind of building as I go and assuming that something is going to come to me. I need to get up right here. Wool. Thank you. My go-to climbing block of the day, apparently. Some wool right there, and I suppose we could just go super simple because I want to keep it fairly short. I think the top is already about as tall as it can be. Fill you in all the way around the top. Let's do the same thing over here. And just for the sake of having a little bit of a different color, let's use some stone to fill in the center of the roof. And because we don't want this to look like it's magically floating, let's throw some fences down right here on each side, so it looks like these fences are suspending that top region. Bam, bam, bam. And we take our shears, fall down right here, and I think our lighthouse is done, you guys. Last thing we're missing here. Crafting table should probably be hotbarred. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw down our door. Don't want you clogging up the interior of this place either, you silly crafting table. And bam, we got our door to go inside. Actually, wood does not fit the motif of this lighthouse. We need a lighter door. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this up here with an iron door and probably a pressure plate on this side and a button on the inside. So let's go back down. I don't think I'm going to be climbing back up here again anytime soon. So that's a good thing. It means we have successfully finished our lookout tower. We still need to add the little house at the bottom here. I don't really know what I want to do with that. But that's all sort of how our lighthouse looks. Do we want it to be a little bit taller than that? It could be taller, or the wool could go out one more level. I think that's what I need to do. The wool needs to go over the glass, I believe. And then that's what will finish this thing. And actually, I know it's a little bit early, but I actually need to cut today's episode early. And this is just as good a time to do it as any, because I don't even know where to start on this bottom house thing. But by the time we come around tomorrow, I will have put some more thought into this. And the top of this will be wooled up, and probably a lot sexier looking than it is right now. But yeah, so we'll call that good for today, and we will come back tomorrow, ready to finish the bottom of our lighthouse.